What's up, you guys? I hope you guys are doing well today. I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about how to develop your relationship with God, how to get closer with God. I just wanted to give a couple tips and um, just let you guys know it seems hard. Oh, it might not seem hard to some. I don't know if it seems hard to you or if it doesn't seem hard to you. But I see a lot of people these days, like, that's how I know He's really calling his chosen ones. Like, for many are called, but few are chosen. He's trying to get you from the called side to the chosen side. Because only 144,000 were chosen. I know y'all just seen my little post I did about Revelations, you know, and this is why we are seeing a shift. I don't know if y'all see the shift, but so many people like that I follow or just randomly it'll pop up and people are talking about how to seek God. They're talking about that they want to build a deeper connection with God. And I never intentionally seeked out my relationship with God. This is the place I am in now, like, just to know God the way I do, to be so close and connected with him. This is not nothing that I asked for. Like, this is not nothing that I sought out. I unintentionally built a relationship with God through talking to him. And I didn't know I was talking to him. I just talked to myself. I talk to myself all the time. And that is how I started building a relationship. I used to just talk out loud, talk about good, talk about bad, question things. I ask questions out loud. Like, I told y'all in some videos back, like, the questions when I go outside, the questions that I'm so curious. I'm so curious. And I'm like, I used to just be like, how did this exist? Why is this that way? Like, about nature, asking things about nature and asking about us as the Black community, trying to figure out why are we so hated? Like, just these questions. It's the questions and the talking that I did out loud, because this is what I do in my own privacy. Like, when I get off this video, I'm probably gonna pace the floor back and forth and just be talking. And a lot of times I even do that before I get on a video. Like, now I was thinking about just different stuff. It's just like I get downloads. My brain is constantly moving. It's constantly moving, constantly thinking about stuff, constantly questioning. One thing about me is my brain just, I wish I could just pause it. Like, it just thinks all day. That's all they do is think about stuff. It doesn't have a resting state. But it was through me pacing and talking to God, or talking out loud, that I developed a relationship with him, you know. And then it was to a point where I made it consistent to pray every day. I started making sure when I woke up in the morning, I prayed. Before I go to sleep, I pray. I started journaling. At the time, I was thinking of it as manifestation, because I, like, this is just like real transparency. I told y'all in some other videos, but I really wanted to be rich. I still do. I want to be rich. And I used to watch these videos about scripting and how to manifest. So I started doing that, writing, you know, and then I would put what I'm happy and grateful for. And through doing that, things started to manifest. And as I would speak out these things and just talk, like, literally whatever my problem is for the day, I don't keep nothing inside. I might keep it to myself, but it doesn't stay inside of me. The words come out, the expression gets felt out. Like, it comes out. I might not say it in front of other people, but I get it out. I express it. I say it. I speak the words into the atmosphere, into this air. I speak it out. And ultimately, that's what led me to building a relationship with God, is through the talking, the spending time with him, the going into isolation, to having time by yourself, not being so codependent, not always having to be around a friend, a spouse, a boyfriend, girlfriend. It's about truly finding some time of solitude, time of silence, so that you can, for one, free your mind, free your atmosphere, clear the room so that nothing is there but you and God. No one is there but you and God. That's when God likes to get you, is when you are alone and by yourself. That is when he can really get to know you. Well, he know you, but that's when you can really get to know him, because he already know us. He know us better than we know us. And that's why a lot of times when we on this journey trying to find ourselves, I hear a lot of people say that, I'm trying to find myself, I'm trying to get to know who I am, I'm trying to get to know who am I, I'm trying to get to know why I'm here, like what is my purpose. Like a lot of us are lost, because ultimately the only way, it was all strategically done, because God wants us to find him so that he can reveal who we are, because he's the only one who knows, because he created us. But he knew us when we was in the belly, when we was in our mama's womb. He knew you. He been knew you. He put you there. He appointed you. He been knew you, but you don't know him. And it's literally, you guys, about talking to him every day. Think about how you build a relationship with your regular person. How did you build your relationship with your friends? How did you build your relationship with your significant other? You talked to them consistently. You spent a lot of time with them. Those are the two kickers. You didn't have to read their diary. You didn't have to go do a background check and go research all their exes and go talk to all the family members and all of that to finally get to know this person. You spent time with that person. Spending time with that person on a consistent basis is how you get to pay attention and realize their behaviors, where you get to see their patterns, where you get to truly learn who that person is, because you're around them consistently. You're around them consistently, so you're able to say, okay, this is what you do every day. You wake up and you do the same thing every morning. This is what you do before you go to bed. This is what you do when you're upset. This is what you do when you're happy. This is what you do when you're stressed. This is what you do, like, this is what you like to do for your birthday. This is like what you really get to learn that person. You learn what they like by being around them. Like, oh, you wear hats all the time. You like hats. You do this. You like this. You wear this color. By being around them and observing them, it's how you build your relationship with them. And it's the same way with God. Like, you have to spend the time with him. And for one, because for me, I built my relationship with him first, then he led me to his word. I told you guys in videos back, I didn't grow up in the church. Yes, I've been to church several times, but I didn't grow up in the church. There was no verse in the Bible that I knew before I got on this spiritual journey last year. No Bible verse that I know. Nothing about the Bible. The things that I know now, I didn't know that stuff, but God led me to his Bible. Before God sent me on my spiritual journey, before he told me to move to Texas, go all the way across the country with my 2 small children, he had me to order that Bible before I left. And that was one of the only things that I took. I took a suitcase, one small suitcase full of stuff. It was stuff for my baby. And then I had my laptop, my Bible, my daughter's children's Bible. And that was the Bible that I read first, was her children's Bible, because the big Bible was too intimidating for me. I'm like, the language, it was too intimidating. I read the children's Bible first, but he led this. And I was even going to leave her children's Bible behind. But when I was packing up everything, it was like, it wasn't something, it was God. Like I often say, something told me. But when we have that, something told me, that was God. That's God. God told me, pick that book up. And that was the one that when I got to Texas and we was staying in the hotels and Airbnbs, because we was homeless then for 30 days when we got here. And I started reading that book and I was like, oh. But then once I got into this big Bible and I started reading the ways of, the people in the book, I'm like, okay. Through history, through reading about the history and the things that God has done throughout history, that has allowed me to understand him more. It's allowed for me to learn him more. But I first built a relationship with him that I can even hear and know to go off of the voice that I'm hearing him speak to me. That's how I knew to move was through building a relationship, talking every day. I built a relationship first through communing with him, talking with him consistently throughout the day, just talking to him. Instead of calling boo-boo and your friend or your boo, instead of calling them to ask, what nail color should I get, or what option should I choose, what hairstyle should I get for the week, I'm at the store, which one should I get? Instead of calling those people, ask God. Like, it's that serious. It ain't gotta be nothing like super religious where you gotta go into a extreme prayer, get down on your knees and have a hour long. It don't have to be that strict, but it needs to be communing with him throughout the day, like you would do with a person you're in a relationship with. You're gonna talk to them throughout the day. You don't want to be with nobody who they only want to call you only one time a day or once every other day. That's how God feels too. He wants to hear from you every day. He wants you to seek him every day. He wants you to ask, put him first. When you having any doubt, questions, concerns, he wants you to go to him first. God, what should I do in this situation? No matter how big or small it is, he wants you to come to him first. But all in all, it's very simple. It's about talking to him and spending time with him consistently, every day, all day, multiple times throughout the day. When you're eating lunch, if you're on lunch break or you're going to get some lunch or whatever, God, what should I get for lunch today? What is going to feed my body to nourish it? What do you want me to put in my body? It's about seeking him what he wants for you. Asking what does he want for you? And it's not an easy relationship. Like, no relationship is easy. You're going to have days you get mad at him. You're going to have days when you so in love with him and you so happy and you so just, overwhelmed with the love that you guys have with one another. And you're going to have some days where you upset at him. You're going to have some days where you mad. But even when you mad, it's like when you mad at your person or whatever, and y'all mad, you still be like, I made some food. I'm still gonna feed you. I'm still gonna make sure you good, even though I'm mad at you. I'm still gonna, it's the same thing with God. It's like, even if you feeling like, dang God, I'm in this situation. You got me in this situation. Like, I'm mad because you got me going through this. Even when you mad on that season, it's like, understand that he don't have you in that situation for no reason. And even when you mad, he understands. He wants you to express that stuff to him. He wants you to be real open and vulnerable with him. When I tell you, he ain't gonna smite you because you say, God, I'm mad and I feel like this. Like, people feel like they have to come to God all sweet, super nice, just super. He knows we're human. He knows we're spiritual beings having a human experience. He knows this. So he knows what to expect of humans. He knows what to expect. He knows us. He truly knows us. And because he do, it's like, you gotta be real. You can't fake nothing with God. You can't fake it, because he judged the heart. He knows the heart. He knows it. So if you coming to him on some fake love stuff, on some just want to use him for a blessing, just whatever it is, he knows your true intentions. He knows it. So ultimately, just be real with him. If you feeling the type of way towards him, you feel like he letting you down, express that to him. And then what's he gonna do? He gonna express back to you. That's why you have to free your mind and free your atmosphere from so many distractions. So that way, when he do communicate back with you, you receive it. You receive it. And trust you me, God communicates on a daily basis. On a daily basis. He might not answer all your questions right that day. A lot of times he do. But sometimes he might go silent because he wants you to just stop talking so much and just do what he's saying to do. He wants you to just be obedient. He wants you to just tell him how you feel, express it, release it, put it in his hands, let him deal with it. But ultimately, you guys, it literally is just talk to him. Talk. And be a good listener as well. Be receptive of when he responds back. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. He'll send a sign. He'll send a communication through anybody. One thing about God is he will use anybody. He will use anybody. He will use a homeless person. He will use a child. He will use animals. He will use nature itself. He will send man, I told y'all in that video, in that community post, the rainbow cloud. I had never seen a rainbow cloud before. And we know that in the Bible, the rainbow was a promise that he will never flood the earth again. When he comes for the second coming, it's not going to be a flood. He promised that he promised Noah that he will never allow it to flood again. And the rainbow is a symbol of that. And this is why I think when it rains, the rainbow will come out afterwards. And this day that I saw that rainbow cloud in the sky, it wasn't raining at all. But it was just so timely for what it meant. Having hope, not feeling like no feelings of despair, just remaining hope in what he promised you, that it will come to pass. Stay hopeful, stay dedicated, stay consistent in what you're doing, and it will come to pass. But I was getting ready to say, I think that's why the rainbow comes out after it rains, because the rain is ultimately what caused it to flood. It rained and rained and rained and rained and flooded the land, flooded the people out. So I think that's why the rainbow comes out now after it rains, is because, like, though it just rained, and it might have been a heavy rain, the rainbow comes out as the symbol, the promise that I will not flood this land again. That's a promise that he made to Noah and generations to come, that he will not flood the land again. And he didn't say he ain't going to do this other stuff that he get ready to do, because he definitely sick of what's going on in his world. But all in all, you guys, I'm telling you, it's that simple of talking to him and clearing your mind. When you have some downtime, just relax. Turn the music off. Turn the TV off. Don't call your homegirl. Don't call your homeboy. Just relax. Have some silence. Get out in nature. Pay attention to random things that was like, okay, that was weird. That was strange. Or I never seen this. All of a sudden, I never seen this fox cross my path. I never seen this type of an animal. Why is this in here? Like, I'm telling you, I've told you guys in several videos before how I connect so much with animals, like with spirit animals. I connect so much with nature. Like, I literally connect with nature. Like, I have to get out in nature. I love getting out there. I got a video that I recorded the other day when I was at the little park with the squirrel. Like, I believe squirrels are truly my spirit animal. I just love squirrels. They remind me so much of myself. So I really love them. They just so witty. They so sharp. They move quick. They play a lot. They smart. They prepare. Like, and they're funny. They're so cute. They just move around. They play so much. They like me. So silly, so goofy. Play around. But I work hard. I believe in work hard, play hard. And they do too. They work hard. They play hard. And then because of their freedom, they're so free. And at the park the other day, I saw a couple dogs. The 3 dogs kept trying to chase the squirrels up the tree. And I'm like, they probably just mad because the squirrels are so free. The squirrels get to be free, roam, do whatever they want, and them dogs got to be on leashes, got to be told what to do. Nah, that's why I like the squirrels. I move like the squirrels. I like to be free. I don't like to be confined. Like, I would really rather come back as a squirrel or anything that has freedom to just go here, go there, wherever it wants, not restricted by having no owner. And that's why I love certain type of animals that when I die, I come back, because I'm definitely, gonna come back again. But I want to come back as either a bird, I don't know if I really want to come back as a butterfly. I love butterflies, but I understand that first they got to start off as a slow little caterpillar, then they got to go into cocoon, then they blossom, and then they able to fly. And I honestly, I do relate to a butterfly too, because I feel like that's what I have had to do. And even with that, I've been seeing the butterflies lately. I hadn't seen the big orange butterfly in a while. Now all of a sudden lately it's starting to come back around. Like, and when you look up these meanings of these, it'll be like, wow, this ain't nothing but God sending this confirmation. Like, what's the odds? This thing just keep on flying in front of me, keep on. Pay attention. It's stuff just like that that will send you a confirmation, send you a sign. Even if you can't hear audibly from God, if you still not understanding how to really connect with your inner gut, with your intuition, how to truly connect. And I did in that last video I just did, I think I was talking about like how to use your discernment. Why it's important to do what God's telling you to do. Use your discernment. Because when God heighten, when you get closer to him, the closer you get, the higher your discernment gets. The higher your discernment gets, it allows you to feel and hear. Like God literally will be working through you. Like you go off of that feeling and you'll know that's the direction God wants you to go, because you feel it. You feel it. But overall, you guys, like it's so many ways. Like my journey in itself has just been very different from other people. Everybody's journey is going to be different. Everybody's relationship with God is going to be different. God is not expecting you to. God knows who you are, so he wants you to come as you are. Come broken. Come. He loves broken projects. He loves the broken folks, because he get to really do his best work through the broken. He do his best work through the broken, because it allows the world, the outsiders, the unbelievers, or the lukewarm believers, it allows them to see like, dang, the power of God is really real. Because you took that girl, you took that boy who was broken. That boy was so bad in school. That boy was skipping school. That boy was beating everybody. That boy was in jail, in and out of jail. That boy was doing this. That boy was doing it. He'll take that same boy and make him a prophet amongst the nations. He'll take that boy and change his whole life around. What he used to do, robbing, killing, stealing, all of that stuff he used to do, you'll see him 2 years later in a suit, dressed up, having some couth about him. You'll see him leading his own ministry, his own business, but no matter what it is, you'll see him in a whole different light. And you'll be like, dang, you used to be like this. And then he'll come preaching to you about God, and you'll be like, you'll see that if it was nothing but God that did it for him. Who else got him from being a degenerate to being a high priest? Who got him from rags to riches but God? Who changed his whole thought process, his whole mind, his whole way of being? Who did that other than God? You know, so God will use anybody. He will change anybody. He will change your circumstance. He will change you inside out. He wants to work on you inside out. This is why he takes the broken. This is why he takes the unqualified. This is why he takes those folks and make you qualified. He qualifies the unqualified. What society may deem as unqualified, but that's the exact one that God will use. He will use the ones that was getting bullied. He will use the ones that had the most harsh upbringing. He will use the ones that kept getting put out of school. He will use it. He will use those same people just so he can get the glory, to show how true he is, how raw he is. So pay attention to the signs when he is trying to speak back to you. And I'm telling you, if you do this every day, start praying every day, start talking every day, pray every day. And it doesn't have to be like, for me, I don't pray like regular church folks pray, because I don't know how to pray like that. You know, and even on my vision board for this year, I said I want to learn how to like pray more like eloquently, because I see other people pray and they'll pray, you know, it just sound like real pastor-ish, like, you know, like the pastor. And I don't pray like that. And I'm closer than ever. I'm closer than most. No, you know, no cocky stuff or whatever. But I'm really plugged into source. The stuff that he has revealed to me, the stuff that we are working on together, the team we're on, like me and God is really a dynamic duo. Like I really do be feeling like I don't need other people because I have God. I mean, of course I need other people for certain things, you know, but I don't have to have somebody with me 24/7. I don't have to only feel brave and courageous when I got somebody physically with me for me to stand up for myself. I don't have to have that, because I know that God always got my back. I swing first, he gonna follow up every single time. He gonna follow up every single time. I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. This is the enemy. Now I want to do another video about that, but when you get this connection with him, it's just so beautiful. It's such a blessing, and it's something that he wants everybody, but he wants you to seek him out. He wants you to seek him out. He already know you. He see you. He watching you every day. Him and his team, I'm gonna just talk about that in another video, but they're watching us. Like, that's why you gotta do what's right, even when you think nobody looking, because God is always watching. His servants are always watching. When I do that video about the kingdom, because we're at the earth is at the bottom of it. Life, it's life in the air. It's life. It's life in the air that we breathe. It's levels to this. They're watching us. They're watching everything. And it's so funny, because I always have felt like that. Before I even got this relationship with God, I always felt like somebody's always watching. Like, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you. This is why it's always important to do what's right, even when nobody's looking. Don't think you're getting away with stuff. You know, even as a parent, don't think you're getting away with the harsh treatment of your children. God is seeing you. God is watching it. Don't think as a adult you're able to just take advantage of them kids and thinking you're not gonna pay for that, thinking nobody saw it. Yeah, I lost, I had to clear up some storage space, but nonetheless, talk to him every day. Spend that time with him. It could be while you're in the shower. It could be while you're on the toilet, door number 2. It could be while you're walking into work, while you're walking home from work, while you're on the way to the grocery store. Shoot, even if, no matter where you are, you can always invite God in. He's watching anyway. But never think that you have to run and hide from him. We judge each other. Being fleshly, we all judge. I don't care if you say you don't judge, you do judge. Everybody judge. Life ain't nothing but judgment. Everything you do when you wake up every day is of some type of judgment. Whether you making the judgment, whether I'm gonna go this way or go that way, whether I'm gonna wear this today or wear that today, whether I'm gonna do, it's a judgment. I'm gonna judge how I'm gonna wear my hair today, what I'm gonna wear. Everything is judgment. Everything is judgment. But don't worry about what the world may judge you as. All that matters is what God views about you. And even if you feel like God might be mad at you for whatever that sin is that you're doing, Like, he's forgiving. He's very forgiving. He don't play, and just because he forgive you don't mean it's everything gonna just be easy for you. But nonetheless, he's going to take you through a process. He's going to take you through a filtration process to truly cleanse you, to truly get you where he wants you to be, where he called you, where he has destined you to be, if you just allow him. And in that process of him filtering you and getting you to where you need to be, you have to stay close with him. You have to speak with him every day. You have to talk to him. You have to understand who he is, understand his nature. So I'm gonna just leave it at this because I don't want to make the video super long, and it's already long enough. So I'll see you guys in the next video, but definitely pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention. We are spiritual beings having human experiences. These animals out here are spiritual beings. They're spiritual beings. Anything that can move has a spirit in it. If it can move, if it can blink, these little animals, these little bugs, these insects, spirit. Even the cockroaches. Look up the spiritual definition of a cockroach. When I tell you, I didn't even used to understand how this stuff really, I didn't know, but like I told y'all a long time ago, when that little frog, that little toad kept coming to my window, when I was living in my mama's basement, and that thing, I used to be like, why does this toad keep popping up at this window? It was so weird. Every time I come in the bathroom, this toad pop into the window. Like, what is up with that? And the curiosity in me, I Googles everything. There's nothing that I won't Google. If Google go out of business today, I don't know how I would live, because I Google everything. But anyways, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video.